Hello. Today is a very special day. I'm going to uncover one of my several small fig trees. Trees is in quotes. They were about 10 inches tall that I buried under leaves last October, November. So this is a big test and a very important test because, if I have, let's say, 10, 15, 20, 30 small fig trees, I wouldn't want to have them into the house because we don't have a garage. So, and I don't want to have them in the shed because I won't be able to give them adequate protection. So here we go. I have my gloves ready. I'm going to set it up. So oops. I placed some tarp near the top, so when the snow fell on top of it, when the snow melted, it wouldn't just go right through it. And it would give it some protection. Let's see. Thumbs up. Let me bring the camera closer. Let's see. I hope you can see. This is one of my Violette de Bordeaux that I grew last year. And let me just say, I am thrilled. I am thrilled. Look at this. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. So I'm going to leave it here. For at least a week, because probably around the base it's frozen. So then I'm going to pull the pot that's the Violet de Bordeaux is planted in, and we'll be ready. So I had on top of around the little tree, I had these 2 or 3 leftovers pieces of wood that I had. There was another one here. I can't find it. Anyway, there were 3. And then inside I put leaves, and on top of that I set this mesh, plastic mesh, and on top of that I put more leaves and more leaves and more leaves, and around it I surrounded this pot with more leaves, and finally a white wire cage. So hold on. Let me just give you the bird's eye view. So this is one of my larger beds that I have. It's about 14 feet long by 6 feet wide. And I planted that bucket. By the way, if you're a home gardener, you know, always be on the lookout for freebies. My wife and I went to a nursery around the area. You know, it's one of the largest nurseries that we have. It's acres and acres and acres worth of stuff. And I noticed they had like lots of these buckets just thrown all over the place. And I spoke to the people there. They said, "Oh no, we throw them out." So I got about 20 of them. I gave some to my neighbors, and I kept some for myself, and I used them. So then I have these sticks of wood. I passed by a construction site, and they had a dumpster. They were throwing them in the dumpster. I said, "Wait a minute, I can use these." So I got a whole bunch of them, and I, you know, they're not in the garbage now. They're not going to be burned. I'm using them. And also, I have a good neighbor, Tim, who lives up the street. He gave me this chicken wire, and I think my wife and I bought this wire mesh. And these are leftover pieces that we used for the strawberry bed last year. So all in all, thumbs up. Look at this baby. This is beautiful. My Violette de Bordeaux. Oh, and it's growing already. It has a little bud. Oh, I'm very proud. So maybe now I'm going to tackle the bigger bed. I mean the smaller bed with more fig trees. All right, that will be next. Double thumbs up. Let me bring you a little bit closer. The experiment was a success. So here's one bush here, and another one over here. Wow, this is all iced up down there. It's all ice there. So there's more work to be done. Let's see. Get a little bit closer. Pull this out. This looks good. And these sat on scrapped wood. See, right down there, scrap pieces of wood. So they had, and I did that for drainage purposes. So this is all ice. Look at this. very well. Very well. My goodness. These babies made it. These babies made it. I'm going to leave them out. Maybe I'm going to put them in the front for the next 2-3 hours to get some sun, and then I'll bring them back here again. I'm very excited. This experiment worked very, very, very well. This bed is about I'll say 7 feet long, about 3 feet, 4 feet wide. So here's the this is the width, 4 feet, maybe by 8 feet. And so this on the bottom 6 inches, it had mulch, because this is my root stout potato bed. And then I added a few planks of scraps of 2x6s that I gathered, and then I had these pots embedded there. On top of these, right there, right down there. And then I surrounded the whole thing with straw and hay and leaves. And then on top, more straw. See, here's straw that I gathered. And then on top of that, I added one large piece of plastic. So all the snow that fell on top of it, I didn't want all that water when it melted to go all the way down to my plants. So that plan worked very well for the plants, for the figs. And of course, I already showed you my other Violette de Bordeaux, who is doing very, very well here. All in all, folks, bingo, thumbs up. I just have to move these in the front now, these figgies, to get some sun, give them a kiss for the night, and I'll see them tomorrow. And instead of putting them in the front of the house, I set them here on the experimental table. And that's the first fig I've ever had. That's the Chicago Hardy. I named it Theos Heraclis, Uncle Heraclis. Oh, beautiful. All right. So they're going to get lots of sun here. The next couple of days, I think, is going to be sunny. So they're going to get a nice start for the season. I was really curious about this Violette de Bordeaux that I had buried in this large bucket. So I pulled the plant out, and look at this. It's not frozen at all. This is like raw dirt. So I'll say, and this is wow, this is very loose dirt. So if I were to compare the two methods, I'll say this one did the best, and that one did very well, extremely well. But I will do this from now on next year. So I have plenty of these large buckets right back there. I don't know if you can see them right there. And I can always go back to Manza Family Farm, and they have oodles of these buckets, and I'm a good customer. We are good customers. We'll be buying a lot of stuff from them over the years, and last season too. And this is a block of straw and hay, a block of ice. So that's gonna melt tomorrow morning. But this is amazing. Wow. Look at this. This is just raw dirt, not frozen or anything. Very well. This is the best method for me, at least, in zone 6A to keep the figgies outside in the winter. Perfect. I'm very excited and very happy. Thank you. Have a great season, gardeners. Thank you.